you ever wondered how to turn your analysis into visuals using SPSS? This is the video for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to Data Mona channel. In today's tutorial, we are diving into SPSS, but not just any part. We are focusing on how to create clean and professional charts using real survey data. We are using a data set on customer satisfaction. So let's visualize this using bar chart, line chart, par chart, histogram, and there's also one thing I want to teach you. That is creating bar charts with error bars, which is using mean and standard deviation to create your bar charts. If you would love to follow along with this data set, I have left a link to the file in the description below. So do not download and follow as I do. Now let's proceed. The first chart will be to visualize satisfaction level by gender. Now as you can see here, I've coded the supermarket survey data set into SPSS. It is so neat and it is good to go for our chart. And also under the variable view, I've explicitly defined the values that are needed for this visualization. For any form of visualization in SPSS, you have to go under the graph tab, you click on it. Preferably you can use either chart builder or legacy dialogues. I prefer using legacy dialogues because it helps me to communicate properly and I actually enjoy using it. So you can choose to use chart builder. So the first chart we want to create is a bar chart. You click on bar and it's a simple chart. If you are going for a grouped data, then you can use a clustered bar chart. But right now we are using a simple bar chart, and you can see here data in chart are summaries of group data. Yes, they are summaries of group data because they are summaries of responses based on gender, age group, satisfaction level, and what have you. So you press your define. Now this interface will be shown to you. Now here under this segment, the bars represent the mean of the satisfaction level. So you click on other statistics, and the variable here is the satisfaction level, while the category axis, so we want to view the satisfaction level by gender, which is our category axis. So you move it here, then you press your OK. Now we've created the chart, let's format. Double click on it, or you can also right click on it and go to edit, but I prefer to double click on it since that is faster. Then the first formatting we will be doing right now is to change the bar colors. If you click on one of the bars, the two bars will be highlighted, but what I want to do right now is to only change one of the colors of the bars in order to differentiate between the two. So what you do next is you click on the bar you want to format again, and here you can see this blue color. This is showing you where you can change the colors of your bar. You click on the drop down and you select whichever color you want to change it to. The next formatting we want to do right now is to add labels to this chart by clicking on the bars, and after you've done that, you come under the element tab, you click on it. You can see show data labels, you click on it, and underneath here you can see the data labels have been visualized, but I want to bring them out of the bars. Here I can just click on the custom in if I want to drag it manually. You click on the manual if you want to drag it manually. Once that is done, you close it. So the last formatting I want to do right now is to add a title to this chart. By doing that, you come here under your options, you click on it, and you can see title. Let's name this satisfaction level by gender. If you want to format your title, you come here. If you want to change the text style, the fill border, and every other thing, but I'm not touching anything right now, so you close it and you close this. This has been formatted in your SPSS output. Amazing. Moving on, let's show preferred shopping day using a pie chart. Now to create a pie chart, you also come here under your graph, you click on it. Under the legacy dialogues, you can see pie, which is representing pie chart. You click on it just as I have explained this interface earlier. You click on the define, and now here it says slices represent what. I always advise that you use percentage to represent your pie chart instead of the count. So we'll be using percentage of cases right now, and the slices are defined by the preferred shopping day. So you move it here. That's all you have to do and press your OK. Now that we've created a pie chart, let's customize it to look even much more better. To format this, double click on on it also. And the first formatting you will want to do is to add labels to this pie chart. By doing that, you click on the pie chart, come here under your elements, you can see show data labels, you click on it and you can see it is represented in percentages, which is exactly what we want. Once that is done, you leave it like this, or if you want to also change or format the data label positions, the font size and all, but I love it and prefer it this way. The next format we want to do is to add title to this chart. By doing that, you go to your options and you see your title. The title will be preferred shopping day in Nigerian supermarket. Great. Once this is done, we are done with the formatting. You can close the chart editor. Now you can see it in the output view. Before we proceed to the next chart, let's deal with the interpretation. As seen by the slices of the pie chart, you can see that each colors in the pie chart represent the shopping day in Nigeria supermarket. A higher percentage of the customers shop more on Saturdays. Great. Keep learning, guys. Kindly subscribe if you've not done so. Now let's proceed to visualize how visit frequency changes by age group. Now to create a line chart, you also go back under the graphs, under the legacy dialogues, you can see line, click on it. The difference between simple line charts and multiple line charts. Multiple line charts is used when you have grouped data, like when you want to group the data. Let's say we want to group the frequency of visits in each supermarket by gender. Let me visualize it for you to make it more easy to understand. So you click your define, and under there it says lines represent. The lines represent frequency of visits, so mean or frequency of visits. Don't forget to always make this correction. Here you also move your frequency of the visit under the variable by the age group. The age group will be our category axis because we want to categorize the frequency of visits by the age group. You move it here and define lines by, which means that group lines by gender. Let me show you now. Press this and press your OK. Now you can see two different lines. This means the lines is not simple, it is multiple. So but in this tutorial I'm going to be expatiating on simple line chart. So go back under the graphs, legacy dialogues, line chart, and click on simple define. Now don't forget mean or frequency of visit. So you click on the mean and you move the frequency of visit under variable. You move your age group under the category axis. You can see this does not give us divine line by because it is a simple line chart. Then you press your OK. Let's add a few touches. To format this line chart, double click on it, and the first formatting we'll be doing right now is to add markers to this line. By doing that, you click on the chart and you come here under your elements. You can see add markers. You click on add markers and you can see it visualized here. But let's say we want to also format our markers. You click on the marker heading here and you can change the marker type to any one of your choice. This is if you're going to increase the size, the border width, the color. Let's change the color because so as to make it much more visible to green. Apply. But you can see it's looking so faint and I can barely see the markers. So what should we do? Let's increase the size and border width of the marker. Let's increase it to 8 and increase the border width to 3. Then you press apply. Yes, this is much more visualized for us. Press your close. And the next thing we also want to do is to add a title to the line chart so that anyone that sees the chart already understands what the chart is about. To do that, you go again under your options and you can click on title. The title can be frequency of visit by customers age group. That is done. In case you also want to change the line colors, you can click on the line and you can see it to bring out the properties here where you can change the line, the type of line, if you want it to be a dashed line, if you want it to be spaced line, depending on what you want to do with the end caps, the color. If you want to change the color, you just apply and you can see it here. But I want it to be a straight line, then you just apply it here and you press your close. The last formatting I want to show you, frequency of visit are represented by bi-weekly, daily, monthly and weekly, and that is represented coded as 1, 2, 3, 4 into SPSS. But here we have something not really relatable. We have decimal numbers and that is not really helping us right now. So to format this, you double click on the numbers on the y-axis and it brings out the properties for you. You come here under the scale and we want the minimum number is 1 because it starts from 1 to 4 and the maximum is 4. We want the major increment to be by 1, not in decimal, and once this is done you press on apply. This is exactly what we want to view. After that is done, you close the chart editor, and here you have your line chart visualized in your output view. Now that we've created the chart, let's interpret it. Here you can see that the line chart falls between 2 and 3 daily visits and monthly visits, and here we can see that customers between the ages of 35 to 44 years have the highest frequency visits, followed by customers between the ages of 45 to 54 years, and we can see the least age group that visit the supermarket are between the ages of 55 years and above. It is always the best for you to understand what the chart is about, which is why I'm taking you through each interpretation of the chart we are creating. Now let's see the distribution of the satisfaction scores. To create the histogram chart, you click on the graph and legacy dialogues, just like we've been doing. You can see histogram as the last chart here. You click on it. The variable is the satisfaction level. You click on the variable. Once you click on this, you press your OK. It's time to format the chart. Now to format the histogram, you double click on it. The first formatting we want to do is to add the normal curve. You come here under the element and you can see show distribution curve. This helps you to know the normality of your data. Click on it. We want to display a normal curve, then you press your, this has been clicked, then you press your close. Once we've added the normal curve, the next formatting I want us to carry out is to add the title by also coming back here to your options, add the title, which is distribution of satisfaction level. To interpret the histogram, we can see the normal curve shows us that most of the customers have average ratings in terms of the satisfaction level. Now, let's take this up a top notch by creating bar charts with error bars to show mean satisfaction level and standard deviation by gender. To create the error bars, click on the graph. I'll be creating it using bar chart since I want to create the error bars on the bar chart. So click on bar chart, simple, define. Let's reset this. The bars represent mean of the satisfaction level. You move it under the variable, and the category axis, which is the gender, you move it here. And in order to add the error bars, that is when you come to your options. You click on the options, you can see display error bars. Yes, we want to display the error bars as standard deviation. You click on it. We can't use 2 because 2 is telling SPSS to suggest any standard deviation for us, but say we want to say 1, meaning that it should collate the standard deviation based on our data. So you press your continue and you press your OK. Here we have it well visualized. Let's format the chart created. To format it, double click on it. Here you can change the color just like I've done previously. I might not do that right now. You can change the color of your lines. You can see it here. Change the color to any one of your choice. Can change the pattern, can actually change anything you choose to. The weight, the thickness, this is talking about the thickness of the lines. You can close it, you can change the color of the bars, and once this is done, also the next format we want to do is to add a title. By coming under the options, click on title, which is the average satisfaction level. Done. Then you close it, it's well shown here. Definitely want to learn how to interpret this chart. If the error bars were shorter, it means that there is lower variation in the responses of the customers to the satisfaction level. But as we can see that the error bars are very long, like they are wide apart. This shows us that there is high variation in the responses of the customers by gender in terms of satisfaction level. There is one last thing I would love to show you in terms of exporting your charts. In order to copy or save it, visualize it in a Word document, you right click on it. You can see copy as, an image. Let's say I have a Word document open, I can paste it there, or also you can also export it here. You can export it into a new Word document or to any file of your choice as made available in SPSS. You can see it visualized here. You click on any one you want. Let's say you want to export it as Word document, you click on it, then you select the file name if you want to change the file name or you want to change the location where you want it to be saved, and that will be done for you. And that's it. We've used SPSS to turn raw survey responses into beautiful visuals: pie chart, pie chart, line chart, histogram, and bar chart with error bars, all with real life relevance. Let me know in the comment section what you would love to visualize next. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more SPSS tips. Also, if you need my service as a data analyst or as a data entry expert, do also reach out to me through my LinkedIn profile. The link is in the description below. Thank you for staying tuned to this time. I love you guys so much. See you on the next one. Bye.